being streamed right now.
Is it?
It just came up and said meeting is now streaming live on YouTube.
Awesome. Got it. Okay. And
We will just check in with the keeper of the comments.
okay. Charlie, are you there? okay. I'm sure it is all fine because we always have this.
Not
But
live.
oh yeah, well my phone just said we're live.
Charlie beat YouTube, but yeah.
Okay, good evening everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Wow, it's just been 11:11 and today is like, well, we're discussing like new moon, dark moon. We're trying to like just put the right words to it. So welcome everyone. It's been an interesting time. Karen.
It's interesting when you said that we're just trying to, new moon, dark moon. I almost tapped on the end there. We're just trying to find our feet, and I actually think that's the perfect way to put it because we were just discussing the fact that it's new moon. Everybody you listen to right now will tell you today is new moon, but actually, depending on which astrologer you listen to, today is still in the depths of the dark moon. There's this idea that as soon as we tip over from waning moon to waxing, it's new moon, and arguably it is. But until those moments where someone somewhere on this planet can see the tiniest little sliver of moon in the sky, it's still technically dark moon. Now, what is dark moon? Dark moon is the period of limbo. It is the period when the veils are thinnest. It is the period when, everything's a little bit woo because it's just deep and dark and there's nothing really to hold on to. Add into that Scorpio new moon. What is Scorpio? It's the depths. It's the deep water. It's the period where things are dark and deep and there's nothing really to find your feet with. Add into that the fact that we're in the middle of the period that was traditionally, once upon a time, Samhain, the period when the veils are thinnest, the period when we're all sort of somewhere between the land of the here and now and the land of the spirit. And guess what? There's nowhere to find your feet with that. And it's this triple whammy of deep, dark water.
Yeah. Oh,
And
I
then
love
look
that.
into that everything that's happening in the world at the moment, which just leaves us all feeling very unsettled, very in our emotions, very in the collective energy, very in a sense of what do we do? How do I find my tangible need, and how do I find a way forward?
Yeah.
And guess what? Yet more of not knowing where to place our feet and how to place our feet.
Yeah. Because we were all like, even like speaking to Charlie today, speaking to Karen today, it's just like everything feels like this, like nothing is stable, nothing is anchored, nothing is in there, right? So, and if you're feeling it, like it's okay. This is what we're meant to be doing right now, right? Like we've both been talking about like really like the energy of water and like darkness and void and all that type of stuff. So tonight really feels like it's going to be getting ourselves back into that space of being held and feeling safe again. Okay, because it can be very, if you're not rooted properly within yourself, even if you're feeling a little bit like disconcerted, like everything that's going on, it can be very scary to be in this space. It can be really, really like hectic to not feel anchored. And, I do believe we're always anchored, but sometimes the anchor is just kind of doing this, right? Like when the storm is going, like we just need to feel that sense of like being held again. So that feels really important.
Absolutely. And I love the fact you just said when the storm is going, and as you did, there's a great big gust of wind outside my window because we are in full storm territory here. Not a giant storm, but it's bad enough. And I
Mm,
think I totally agree with you. Charlie used the word, I was texting Charlie today, and she used the word fleeting when
mm.
she was talking about the emotional state of today. Almost like my emotion is changing so much from moment to moment. I just can't quite grab hold of it. And I think that's a really beautiful way to look at the energy at our feelings at where we are right now.
Yeah, yeah. And it's just not to get caught up in that like worry about I'm not feeling stable, right? Because it's kind of like this is that moment where we need to go with the flow. Like Scorpio is asking us to just go down and like then we can come back up again. Just give it a little while. So you just have to allow yourself to go down. Whatever there is for you to see under the water that you need to like look at in the darkness, in the depths, just allow that because it's going to feel scary, but the thing is you have to get through it, right? Like otherwise you're not going to come out the other side.
Absolutely. And isn't it interesting that, as humans, dark water is probably one of the scariest things we can think of, because we're
Yeah.
out of our natural element, and we're also in that place where our senses don't work, or our physical senses don't work quite as well as they otherwise would. So dark water is a terrifying place to be, and it requires a lot of trust. And I know I'm not alone in saying that for me this year, the real theme has been trust. Trusting in myself, trusting in the people who are around me, trusting in the world to hold me.
Yeah.
And now is the real time when we need to do that.
Yeah. And I feel like also, like, even for me this year, like the theme the whole year long has been about trusting that I am held. So by the unseen, right? Like, because trusting myself has been a big thing as well. And then getting into that space where, like, all of my guides, what's the earth? Where's the earth in all of this? It's just like that I'm actually being held by the other realms that I can't see. So I have to trust the other realms. I have to trust the energy of the earth. I have to trust the energy of the cosmos. And so that is really, feels like really a big part of what's happening now, is that all our unseen helpers and all the other realms are like asking us to just like let go and just fall back and just go, it's okay, you're held.
Yeah, I had a really interesting conversation with my mum the other day. We were talking about, this idea that before in days gone by, before the Gregorian calendar was introduced, Samhain was actually the 11th of November. It's why 11/11 is still such a potent date for us, because once upon a time it was the day when we all knew it was the day when the veils were thinnest. Now we celebrate it on the 31st of October, and it's, almost arguably the entrance into that portal happens earlier. And previously, the day before, again, I'd had a conversation with Charlie, and she said, "Isn't it interesting that that day is also the day that for us here in the UK and in many other countries, we honor our fallen warriors? It's Remembrance Day is 11/11." And my mum said, "Well, yeah, but that's because they signed the Armistice Peace Day in the war, right? That's why we did it." And then my mum came out with, and again, this is one of these things where my mum is normally not the hippie woo woo in our conversations, and she suddenly came out with, "But if the veils are thinnest at that time of year, then isn't that because there were so many people gathered around them, helping them from the other side to sign that peace deal?" And we
Oh,
had this whole conversation about the fact that actually, in that moment, we had the ancestors who weren't just, your primal ancestors, your ancestors from 100 years ago. You are literally talking about at that point in time. Think of all those people who were recent ancestors who died in that war,
yeah.
who, because the veils were thin at that time, were able to kind of step forward and help. And at this time on earth, when we are in a place where we have two wars going on, we have hellish things that we're seeing every single day, and even more hellish things that the people in those regions and in those situations are experiencing. What a hopeful thought for me anyway, to think that the unseen, that the ancestors can come even closer than they otherwise would, and just help, and just maybe turn the dials that we
Mm,
can't turn, maybe give the nudges and the pushes that we can't nudge and push, maybe just do something to help.
mm, sure.
I
That,
just think it's something beautiful about that.
oh, that just made my whole body go, "Ugh." That is insane. Wow. Yes. And I think part of tonight also is to just like push that energy out, right? Like when we go into our meditation, it's like that energy of like, just that peace, that's what we're needing right now, right? Like to trust that everything's going to be okay, that peace, that hope, that all of that belief that everything can change. So if we just focus on that tonight as well, just while you're meditating with us and when you're in that beautiful space, just sending that energy out into the world, because that's what we're here for as well. Love it. Okay. So, shall we just go and dive in? So, yeah, any comments? Charlie is in the comments there. She's our gatekeeper today in like YouTube land. So, if you guys have any questions, just ask her. She's there. Hello, Charlie. She'll be back with us again for our Yule transmission. So we will be doing that with her. So very excited. We love doing Samhain with her. That was really awesome to have her magnificent presence with us. So yeah, so tonight she's keeping that aside for us. So if you have anything going there, ask away. Thanks, Charlie, for looking out for us there. Okay, cool. Okay, so Ceryn, I'm going to hand over to you, babes. we're going to
Hey,
start.
do this. Okay, so as always, I'm going to start by opening up our space, and then we'll call in Ceryn and do some channeling. So I'm just going to invite you, as always, to just get yourself comfy. If it's safe for you to do so, join me in closing your eyes for this bit while we just open up the circle. I have this month, remember to turn off my alarm, so all is well in the world. So just start by bringing your eyes to a gentle close. And whether you're sitting or lying down, just letting yourself get into a place of comfort, into a place where everything just allows you to be held by the chair or the bed that you're resting on. And as you do that, let yourself begin to breathe at the rhythm, the depth, and the pace that feel right for you. Allowing yourself, as you breathe, to pull in that sense of just coming home to your body, just coming home to yourself and your energy, just bringing yourself all the way into this moment. So when you breathe out, you can just let go and release anything and everything that doesn't need to be in this space. Anything and everything that can just be left outside for the next little while. And then again, inhaling, bringing yourself all the way into this moment. And as you continue to breathe, I'm going to start by calling in that circle around us. And as I do, know that I'm calling this in across time and space, so that whenever you are listening to this, wherever you are watching this, you know that you are entirely held by this beautiful circle, that you are part of this sacred and safe space into which we are all stepping. So I'm going to start by calling out to the north and to earth, to the trees and the plants, to the animals and the mountains, to the caves, to the rocks, to those deep roots that lie beneath our feet, into the very earth herself. I call out to groundedness, to surety, to steadfastness, to fertility, to nourishment, and to abundance, and to the north and to earth. I invite them to join with us, to work with us, and to bless this time, this space, and this work we do together. Welcome. And then turning to the west and to water. I call out to the rivers and the streams, to the oceans and the lakes, to those deep, dark depths that we're talking about, and to those beautiful reflective surfaces that can show us so much if only we dare to look. I call to the cleansing and the nourishment of the rains, to the release and the emotion of our tears, and to the ebb and the flow of the tides. I call to those great deep rivers and streams of consciousness, and to the whales and the dolphins that are the keepers of those streams. To the west and the water, I invite them to join with us, to work with us, and to bless this time, this space, and this work we do together. Welcome. And then turning to the south, I call out to the south and to fire, to passion, to action, to creativity, to illumination, to warmth, to the volcanoes, to the radiance of the sun, to the candle flames, to the bonfires and the gathering spaces, to the wildfires, to the dragons. To the south and to fire, I invite them to join with us, to work with us, and to bless this time, this space, and this work we do together. Welcome. And finally, I turn to the east, and I call out to the east and to air, to imagination, to logic, to wisdom, to the power of our dreams. I call to the birds and to the butterflies. I call to the gentle breezes and the great big gales. I call out to the power of our breath, to its ability both to anchor us into the moment and to carry us forward into the next moment, and the next, and the next. To the east and to air, I invite them to join with us, to work with us, and to bless this time, this space, and this work we do together. Welcome. And as I draw that circle around us, by north, by west, by south, by east, and back to north, I call in a circle of protection, a circle of connection and of support, that as we come together in the name of the earth, in support of the earth, we may be held by one another, held by those unseen realms, and held by this beautiful planet that we call home. I call in a circle of radiance, that within this radiance we may glow light, healing, hope, and possibility to everyone and everything that comes in contact with it, by nature of us, by nature of the earth. May this circle of radiant light that we create tonight allow people to see the light at the end of the tunnel. May it spread hope, those tiny little glimmers of hope that can enter our heart on even the darkest of days. And I call in a circle of transformation, of wisdom, of power, of beauty, of healing, and of transformation. in the best and highest of ways. And into that circle, I welcome our guides and our helpers, our teachers and our inspirers, our ancestors of blood, of stars, of soul, of heart, of place, and of lineage. Into that circle, I welcome our own souls through all directions of time and space, our deepest wisdom and our highest power. And I ask that all those who come from the unseen, who wish to step forward and work with us on this great mission to support the earth, may do so now. I call in the love and the guidance of spirit, the wisdom and the power of soul, the vast, limitless potential of space, and the great mysteries of ether. To center, to soul, to spirit, to space, and to ether, I invite them to join with us, to work with us, and to bless this time, this space, and this work that we do together. And so as we all sit in this space, I invite you to feel yourself held by the circle, by the elements, by our ancestors, and then begin to feel those cords and connections as they move out of you. Feel a door opening up in your solar plexus and a beam of pure golden light begin to stretch outwards, up and out through your chest, through your neck and your throat, out through your head, right the way up and out through the ceiling of the room that you're in, out through the building that you're in, out up through the sky and out up into the planets and the stars. That beam of golden radiance that is your energy moving out through the planets and the stars, through the galaxies and the universes, out until it breaks through the edge of space and finds itself in the center of source, finds itself plugging into that great central sun, that great radiance, that great life force, that great energy of all that there is. And as your beam of light plugs in here, feel the energy of everything that there is, of the cosmos, of that great central sun, that radiant life force that is at the heart of everything, begin to flow back down through the stars, down through the sky, right the way back down through the building that you're in, into your body. Feel that radiance flow all the way into your solar plexus and then explode outwards, illuminating every cell of your being, igniting every cell of your being with the remembrance of your power, with the remembrance of all that you are, of your own radiance. And feel that radiance as it warms you, as it thrums through you like a powerful drumbeat. And as that energy moves through you and fills you, feel that second chord of connection, this one that comes out from your womb space or your sacral center. Feel what looks like moonlight as it moves down through the earth, all the way down through the earth and out the other side, out into the stars. But this time, as this cord of moonlight moves through the stars, you feel it going deeper and deeper into the dark of space. You feel the stars as they whiz by you and are left behind you, until all that is left around you is that thread, that cord of moonlight, as it connects into the depths of the darkness, into the great cosmic womb, the place where all things began, where everything is possible. And as your cord of moonlight connects in here, feel that possibility. Feel the possibility and know that as that possibility flows back through the stars, back through the earth, right the way back into your sacral center and begins to move around your body, you do not need to know what that possibility looks like. Nothing needs to be tangible yet with this. This is the energy of potential. That as it flows through you, as it fills you up, as it shakes loose anything that is stuck or stale, anything that isn't working, as we send that energy out into the earth and ask that the same may happen, the potential is allowed to unfold in the perfect way. Allow that potential and that radiance to move within you, to dance within you and to flow within you. And as they do, feel that third core energy center opening up in the back of your skull, the very base of your skull where your head meets your neck. Feel that causal chakra as the roots begin to grow downwards. Roots of golden white light that move down through your spine, getting broader and broader and brighter as they move down and out of the base of your spine. As they move down through the chair or the bed that you're resting on, down through the floor of the room that you're in, and just keep moving downwards, down through the rest of the building that you're in, down through the foundations of that building. Feel your roots as they move down through all those layers of stone, of rock, of soil, of earth, down through those caverns and the caves of the inner earth where so many mysteries are held, down through the rivers and the streams that are the circulatory system of this planet, down through the the circle, the ring of magma that surrounds the very heart of the planet, that fire that protects the crystal core of our planet and down into that crystal core. And as your roots move into that crystal core, see the tree that stands at the heart of the earth. See its roots stretching out to you to intertwine with yours, to welcome you in, to hold you and to pull you deeper, deeper, not only into the core, but down beneath that tree, into the great, deep, dark lake that sits at the very heart of the earth, into the cauldron of alchemy that sits at the very center of our beautiful planet. And as we find ourselves in this space beneath this tree, within our planet, around this beautiful lake, look around you. Notice the others that are here with you, all of us, supporting one another, supporting those even who aren't represented here, and most of all, supporting our planet, everything she is and everything that matters to her. This is the heart of our planet. This is that sacred place of true connection. Allow yourself to get acquainted with this space, and whether you wish to wade into the water and float on your back, or whether you wish to simply lie by the beautiful, lush earth that is around the banks of this lake, lie with your back downwards. Allow yourself to be held by the earth that always draws us into her very center, allowing her to just hold the back of your body, the beautiful spine that keeps you up, the back of your heart, and all of the energy that is held there. And feel yourself fully connecting with this planet as you do. And as we sit in this space at the very heart of our planet, I'm going to step aside and allow the keepers of this cauldron to step forward and speak with us now. And so I ask my guides and my helpers to open up those bridges, to open up those doorways, and allow their message to come forward. Our voices are heard on the winds. Our voices are still available to those who would listen carefully, to those who are willing to cast the doubt from their hearts and allow what needs to be shared to come to the fore, to their ears, to their eyes, to their hearts, and to their souls. Time was that the keepers of the wells were amongst the most honored and revered of those upon the earth. Time was that the keepers of any space which allowed the human realm to commune directly with the center of the earth were amongst the most revered and honored of all. There was the time that those who kept such wells were cast into them to take the sacredness from the spaces, from the waters, from the fires, and instead to tarnish and to sully it. This was a great undoing of the magic of those places. Yet as the grids of the earth are brought back online, the holiness of these places returns, And as the holiness of these places returns, the wisdom of their keepers can once again be heard, and the wisdom too of the keepers of the great cauldron at the great center of this planet. Their voices, our voices, echo through. We have been here, the inner Terran keepers of the cauldrons have been here since time began, before even this time began. We are willing to show and to work with you, to remind you of what has unfolded, of what must be changed and refolded, and of what must be allowed to float free. We come to each of you now, bringing with us an activation of the inner cauldron of your own self, that you may look into the depths of your own self and see the truth reflected back unto you. That you may look into the depths of your own self and see the knowledge of the ancestors reflected back unto you. Stare into these dark waters that you see before you at this time, and allow us, as we activate the depths of the cauldrons within you. Feel the waters within you as they stir. Feel the whirlpools of uncertainty begin to calm, and in their place left behind the peaceful inner lakes of divination, the peaceful inner lakes of solace and solitude, and the peaceful inner lakes of refreshment and knowing. It is time for each and every one of you gathered here to dive deep into those inner waters, to dive deep into that inner knowledge. Remember, as you have been told before, that the ancestors which came before so many on this planet were first and foremost water dwellers. They were those who were uncomfortable with the ground beneath their feet. And though you seek to find the solidity, though you seek always to find the next step on the path, to understand where you are headed and how you will be held, know and remember that the deep, dark water holds you first and foremost, that it was your first place to rest, to be held. The earth is placing all in utero once again, within your mind, within your heart. Allow yourself to surrender into those waters. Allow yourself to surrender into that darkness. For within it, you will find and know the path forward. Within it, you can be held until it is time to be reborn. Remember that in those waters that were in utero, you were never alone. The mother was outside of you, holding you. But more than this, there were others who were with you in that space. Those who had long gone before, those who were guiding you into this place of incarnation. Know that the ancestors of the world, in all of their forms, gather close to all at this time, not only because, as the speaker spoke, the veils, the worlds are close, but because it is a time of in utero. It is a time of preparation for the rebirthing, and with the rebirthing will come hope. With the rebirthing will come new. With the rebirthing will come understanding. Let yourself float on the waters of the limbo time, of the between. Let yourself float and know as you do there are those who hold your head up in the water. Know as you do that there are those who surround the body of water in which you are in and ensure that you are safe. Know there are many, so many, who are chanting to the earth, chanting to the stars, chanting to the animals, to the plants, and to the humans, all that is needed to keep you safe. All that is needed to move you through this space and into a birthing. This is the time of the earth's new beginning. It is a time in which the conception has occurred and all is being formed. It is a time of discomfort and a time of movement and shifts as the earth tries to move to be able to hold the new, to become the new. But it is a time from which much will be born. Give yourself the time to understand what is being born for you. Give yourself the time to be held in the darkness and the unknowing, that if you do not know what is being born, you may come to believe that something is being born. You may allow yourself to be taken by the hand and led to a place where you can see what is arising and arriving, where you are of one with the new. You are not the being that you were 1 year ago. You are not the being that you were 3 months ago. None of you can say such a thing. For while life and this earth is forever in motion and flux, these past months and years have in particular been rapidly moving, shifting and changing. And you have changed dramatically. The earth also is changing dramatically, has already changed dramatically. Hold on to the earth that is yours to call your home. Hold on and make it a daily or a regular practice to place your hands upon the earth and simply give thanks for the holding that you receive. To place your hands upon the earth and allow her to know that you are holding her also. The veils are indeed thin at this time. The veils are indeed waiting to be crossed, not permanently, but temporarily, by those who understand that they can stand with the feet in both lands at certain times and gain both the wisdom and the possibility, gain both the hope and the action, gain both the sacred inner knowledge and the sacred outer choices. You are all being asked at this time to make choices. Choose those which align with your heart, which align with your mind, which align with the flow of your energy and can be felt as ease within your body. Remember that the more of humanity that aligns with the flow of ease within the body the more the planet can move into a vibration of ease, the more all will come to move into a vibration of ease. Do as you must, be as you must out in the world. But when the doors are closed, when the darkness enfolds, remember to allow yourself to be held. Remember to allow yourself to be home. See the darkness of the waters before you. Allow it to move and to stir. Allow yourself to see what you are being shown at this time. I know seeing what you are being shown is enough. Thank you. Yolandi.
And just keeping yourself in this beautiful space right now, here in the water. And just feeling yourself really present in your body at the moment. Ismiwana wala kiamana terane isindelevahi taku. Iswale se kranikium wala matrimia sundwa he kruvis la shetwa sandake. Swara se kia la shundwa se ki hanevra se la shera soa se ki aniatra kekenda kwa. Dua keros la shun swahe krunua venda hilehem. Ia un waheke takela hish teku. Hesianua takera se leshevra se ando. Andua takera me la sikuro sukuna se ke yaten. Ai la sekosa. Start to pay attention to your own spine right now. Irasingo sakiake la shenua seke. Sendale he krekia se he atahin. And see the water around you. Urasa ingia sahe. See the energy running through the water. Urasana he ku saila shin. Hasata he keres. And see how it forms a beautiful golden thread, maswana sake, entering your spine right now, right at the top of your spine, where your skull and your spine comes together. Nduatake sindalehi. See this golden thread from the water start running slowly, slowly down your spine right now. Nduatake reshin. And as it weaves through every vertebrae, all the way slowly, slowly past your heart space, and all the way down, all the way down. Nduatake right to the base of your spine. Ndalehe kurunukuake keke sete. And this energy of the water, as it starts to seep into the rest of your body right now. Feel yourself really stable, really held by this energy. And I want you to focus on your solar plexus right now. And Hareliata Nayoko. Even if you can place your hand on there right now, Rotundua Takere Shundulo Sukundukwa, Hirishiandula Sakiate Saye, and see how this golden energy, Taratengia Sekiritia Sundua, starts to create a beautiful vortex within your body. Mundua Lakira Mosututunate, and Diatakiara Sekiala Shandakiake, Aresialasa, and the apprehension, dotaikia, anxiety, fears, those moments of avatarakia kutata, not feeling safe, no yesake, those moments of notuaikiata, doubt about being held, mundota hera shiandase kurusangiakiake. Allow that to just seep into this energy right now. Notorotakiake. All of that doubt, utataiake, just feel that go into this energy. And how this energy inside of you literally opens up all of the channels of receiving within your body. Any place in your physical body where there's resistance, where things are being held together too tightly, just breathe it out. Just feel how you are fully held. Your entire spine, your entire back of your body is just held by this magnificent energy, Natayake, and you are safe, and you are safe, and you are safe. Dualahe kiandera seotana, hanale kiata se tarayande. And as this is woven into your body, Natotayake resiande, like a net of remembering, dutuandalahia keresiande ki siti, and dutualahia kereshiandoto. They are showing me how tarayonga sakeate, the energies of the water, matotandia totarahiake, they say these foreign energies of the water, that has over billions of years established itself on this planet and started working in conjunction with the with the consciousness of the planet, and as the two of them have woven this consciousness together, they are bringing this back into the awareness of everyone right now. And we all interact with the earth and the water on a daily basis. And as all of this, I can see this energy sparking, and igniting again within the human bodies, that sense of connection, that sense of knowing, that sense of belonging. You have to remember, that the energy of these two consciousnesses coming together sparked the human consciousness as well. All of you that evolved on this planet as well are woven from the consciousness of this original consciousness coming together. And so what we are showing you right now is how this remembering in your body is starting to activate again, to take you back to the original consciousness. And these two woven together, you were born from this, you evolved out of this, every single human being on this planet. Every living thing, the grass under your feet, the air that you breathe, all of it came from this. Asanda. If it wasn't for this consciousness connecting, these life forms finding each other, o tatahiake, as unlikely as it was all those billions of years ago, they would not have created and ended up right here where we are now, in the magnificence of this creation that we all live on. So we are asking you to tap back into the miracle of your existence, the miracle of this planet, the miracle of each other, the miracle of each and every single one of us being brothers and sisters woven into this beautiful consciousness of this planet. And as tonight, we ask that that consciousness wakes up again, in every single living being on this planet. Because when we go right back to the beginning, we all came from the same mother. Mua tuturusia se kuna iakela, amase kurashendo seke. So as we all are here together now, matarahia kosata, and we send out this consciousness, this deep remembering into the ethers around us, manuatarahia kela shandata, we spread this remembering out into the world right now. Manduatarahia kera sesahia ke sandayoko, and we ask that this wakes up in the heart of every single person on this planet. Matonda okara hisunda hi alituatarana sekuna hiake, and just see yourself pushing this energy out into the world. Madondarahe kerehi sanahe hamate ko alesahi havai korai ande sakuana sakia ma dale sekura siande kusahi ashonu akera siande anotuku tain. And as you bring this beautiful unity of this energy, matahia kura sandayake, deep into your awareness right now, hamai kola shandata hioko, and as you take this back out into the world, matutaya kera siande hindalahi korosake washandekiake, know that your energy field contains this. Matutuanda keke, know that everywhere that you walk, matutahiaka, you radiate this connection, this kutuandalake, this deep remembering back out into the world. So as we keep our hearts open, to radiate this energy out into this world from now on, this deep remembering, this deep knowing, apatandaka Isaia kuata tara nekuta ya mesa hia ne la yondoko anuatai se andata kula hi ayamate ki sa hiantera se osondoa angasikia se tohia ke. And she's showing me this beautiful image of these seeds that we are all sowing through our actions, through our energy. Matahia konda kwa hiake on this planet, matotahia konda kwa sekia ke, and how the change happens, matotahia kera se, and how we are watering these seeds natohia ke with divine love every single day by showing up on this planet. Moangwa sakira nenkia levi tahioko ndua sekiara dake onoko orosikia kenda hase hase. And just allow that energy to settle in your body, back into your deepest remembering right now. Munduata kivi sunahi kua hilisho satera sinaku munduata tahiake haresi andasa kuala hiakate asahi ndoata ndota imuata ku alishu andase kuara sakuta yaneleme kua heberusinde shutu asinaku. And so take a deep breath in right now. Naike allowing all of your cells to receive, allowing your DNA to just go into that state of remembering now. And as we now come back into our bodies fully, and we see how we are saying goodbye to this beautiful womb space of the Great Mother, or Sayange, to the beautiful waters of the Mother, Ayongatara, and just thanking these energies right now. And I want you to see yourself anchored inside your body right now. I want you to see this beautiful umbilical cord that we all have, every single one of us, back into the center of our planet. And go takera shianda soayake, feel yourself anchored to her. Dai lahiono hiake. And remember the purpose of this cord is that beautiful exchange of energy, and that love, that nourishment. And just remember that this is what we all have to her, every single one of us. And this never goes away. This is just the beginning of the remembering of our deeper connection with her. So as you find yourself back in your body right now, anchored into the center of our beautiful planet, feel yourself strong here, knowing that this womb cocoon time is going to last a little bit for all of us, and knowing that this is exactly right for what we need to do right now. So just come back into your body. See how you're pulling all of your energy back, right back into your physical being. Move your hands and your toes. See all of your energy coming back, all of your consciousness, all of who you are, back onto the seat, the bed, wherever you are right now. Right back into the room, right back into the room, right back into the room. Right back into your body, fully anchored, knowing that we are grounded into the earth, knowing that she holds us, that her, the waters of this planet, it all holds us. Knowing that behind you, you have all your ancestors, all of your guides, waiting to walk the path with you going forward. So as I thank all of the beautiful energies now, and take a deep breath in and out. And as I close this circle tonight with gratitude, matahindala unduatare se aves unduakereshe ele matre nai rosa corona ele matutoros undoquahe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, deep breath in and out, and just come right back. Just move your body and allow yourself just to return. Okay, right.
Okay. That was beautiful. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. That was cool. Okay.
Oh,
That's it then.
that's that. Okay, Byron. So yeah, so that was a lot. I kept when those words were coming through about us being in utero at the moment, I kept coming back to a quote that's one of my favorite quotes that I feel like needs to be shared. You know, my brain was kind of taken over, and there's a bit in Valerie Kaur's book, See No Stranger, where she says, you know, so often where we're in a place of darkness, we have to ask ourselves, is this the darkness of the womb or the darkness of the tomb? And I invite you all, as we move through this current phase that we're in as we move through this period of still being in this womb space and still being in utero for a while longer, to keep asking yourself that question: is this a darkness of the womb or a darkness of the tomb? Because sometimes when you're in it, you don't know which one it is. And yet, so often what we think is a tomb is actually a womb rebirthing us into something new.
Yeah.
So I just really feel the need to share those words.
Oh, thank you. That's beautiful. And it's just like it's such a big transformation happening for all of us right now, isn't it? It's just like this deep, deep remembering, and I just like I just I feel it so deep in my body right now. It's just like we all have to just, that's where we're going to remember from here, from this space. Here is where it's going to happen. So yeah. So thank you for joining us. Um, so we will be putting out a yield transmission, so please look out for that. That will be all three of us joining together there. Please like and subscribe before I forget.
Thank you. Thank you everybody who joined us live. Thank you also, Charlie, for looking after the comments today.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Awesome.
I'll see you.
Perfect. Great. Have a beautiful week ahead, and yeah, drink lots of water and look after yourself, and yeah, it's all awesome.